What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Cody today. Thought I'd do the video on the old Uncle Henry 171 UH made in USA. Backstory on this old girl: I put a elk handle on it, by the way, elk antler. Stained it in some tea, so it's got darker stains, and then right there I had a little pinhole that put in it, so I had to put the epoxy in it when I did that. Anyway, sorry for the background noise, got dryer going, and then I got the some YouTube playing in there on the TV. Anyway, the old backstory on this old knife was my father bought it brand new in 1984, and had that old leather sheath with the little leather here with a stone in it for sharpening. Anyway, he lost it the winter of '84 deer season. His belt broke. The following year in 1985, him and my late Uncle Nelson went hunting, and a coyote was running with the knife in its mouth with the sheath that was tore up where it was chewed on. And my Uncle Nelson kept the knife after he shot it, and then willed it back to my father after Nelson passed away in 2023. So it had the old stag-alone, like the little plastic handle, and then it came out to about like right here, and it had I cut the tang down where it'll fit in here, and the tang's a little bit wider, so I cut it down, and it had a little piece at the end where it had a screw where you bolted it in. I didn't like that, so I had a friend of mine give me some antlers, this little elk, this big old elk antler here. I'm leaving this. It gives it character. Feels pretty good in the hand, real good. So he gave me this and some other antlers. Did the shorts on the file knife I'm making. As soon as I can get it a belt sander, get it re-profiled, and then I'm gonna reheat it, put the handle on it. This thing's got a lot of pitting because it's been sitting in Nelson's closet for years. I mean years. With no sheath. I polished the guard. This was a challenging process. I'm in this handle in the knife 120 hours. It was a process to do this. This was my first one ever. That's why I've got that here. I didn't want to go too far in the sanding that where it'll bust a hole back open on it, so I left that there, and somebody already tried to cut this little nub off, so I just sanded it down. I'm leaving it. It gives it character. I stained it in teeth a little bit, so it's got, you know, the dark stains where it's at, and then I sanded the blade down on it best I could, and took a file and got all the sharpness off. This guy on eBay's makes custom knife sheaths. He's got one he's gonna make for this one. It's gonna be black though, but it won't have the thing for the sharpener, which I'm okay with that. I want the old USA made ones now. If you find the damn sheath by itself, you're probably gonna be paying $150, $200 just for the sheath. Just for one of these sold on eBay that was rusted with a tore up sheath that sold for $400. So yeah, I've got it. It's a dang good feeling knife. It's as straight as possible that it could be. I like the curve in the handle. It was curved up here just a little bit. It came off. It went up curved, and then it came out like that. So I had to cut it off about that much to fit it straight. I had to cut the tang down, like I said, and to put it in here. I've got the end piece in case this handle ever comes out. I'll weld it, but it's probably, or put the other stag-alone back on. But it's gonna be a long time for this ever comes out. It had a sharper nub right here. I sanded it down, sanded that part down, so it's real good feeling in the hand. So it's been good. I ain't been making YouTube videos lately. My father's had eye surgery on both eyes, so I've been dealing with that and getting the truck lined out. It's lined out pretty good now, so decided to start doing this, and man, I'm very happy how this turned out. I wish I could have saved this blade some more from the pitting, but that gives it character. I've got to get it sharpened now on a honing stone. I oiled up the blade, so I took a lot of time sanding this down to get all the rust that was off of it on. When I get the new sheath in for it, I'll do a review on it and cleaned up the guard. Yeah, it's gonna have some overspill a little bit, but you know, that's okay. I'll get it taken care of, sand it down some more. But you can see the gray with epoxy. I try to get the white epoxy or whatever it is, the clear epoxy. With this having a hole in here, I had to take the antler dust that I used for drilling this out. I went through 3 drill bits. I brought 3 drill bits, so if you ever do one for elk, just know you're gonna break some drill bits. In my drill press, drilled it through there. And then I put the antler dust in here with the epoxy and mixed it all up. The epoxy comes out clear, and then when you start mixing it up, it turns gray, and then a hardened gray. Let it harden for 48 hours before I took the tape off of it, and then getting it cleaned up. Yeah, it's on there. It's not coming off. My selfie stick broke, so I have to get a new one. But yeah, it's a dang good feeling knife. I know the new ones now are Chinese. They got a newer version of this one out with a kind of a weird shaped handle. I'll probably get one of them Chinese ones and do the same thing with antler. But thought I'd show you all the video on it, and I'm just gonna leave that gray there. It's all right. It's a knife, you know. I up the value on it anyway. But all in all, it's gonna be in the family for generations, and I decided I want to do that. I've always told my father after he got this knife back, I've always wanted to put deer antler or elk, and I came across this elk when my friend gave it to me. So shout out to him. You know who you are. I'm not gonna name any names so nobody bothers him, but yeah, it's a dang good feeling knife. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. I'll have some more stuff up and available. Got to do some welding on my 10-foot trailer. I've got new tongue I'm going to put, or a coupler I'm going to put on it, some other stuff. So stay tuned. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.